Bill Davis. A couple questions from in the room.
Bill, congrats on the win. Another big one for you, of course.
Thank you, thank you.
You talked the other day about figuring that he was going to be a tough guy to put away and a tough guy to finish. Was that how things kind of played out in there? Was it pretty much what you expected?
Absolutely. You know, every now and then you get one or two guys. Some people, they get finished with a Kimura or armbar, let's say, whatever, rear naked. And it makes them so angry that they almost will themselves to not fix it. And then you get other people that get finished in an armbar, Kimura, or rear naked, whatever, and they refuse to get finished that way again. So I was actually hoping for the former, and he turned out to be the latter.
That takedown in the third, he fought it off for a few beats there, and then it was just kind of like vintage Phil, just scoop him up and carry him for a few steps. And was that sort of I mean, there's no turning point in a fight that you win in a sweep on the scorecards, but was that the point you knew, all right, this is good? Like, he seems like he's kind of out of gas there.
Right. Well, yeah, absolutely. You know, it's not, when I try to explain the sport to people who haven't fought, it's not enough to just punch a guy and make him hurt. You have to absolutely take away his ability to win mentally, his hope of winning the fight. And he probably felt he was down 2 rounds, and getting a takedown midway through the third that probably would have put the nail in the coffin. And he can kind of, you know, he's feeling that, and he was fighting like hell not to get taken down there. So yeah, that was a big one.
As you're carrying him across there, are you thinking in your mind that early, all right, I'm going to get him down, I'm going to be able to work for that arm? Or is that something that you don't think about until it's presented?
100%, I just take what's there. And the arm was there. He presented the arm there. But again, his defense was much better this time around.
Do you look at the stats? Do you look at your resume? I mean, I think they mentioned on the broadcast you hadn't had a submission in coming up on 7 years or something like that. How bad?
I haven't had a submission in 7 years?
I think they said 2015. Does that sound right?
I thought I subbed Lee McGarry.
How long ago was that one? I don't know. I'd have to look back at it. But regardless.
Okay. You would know better than me. Put it like that. You would know better than me. I'm dead serious about that.
That was them on the broadcast where I heard it. I didn't even look it up. So bad on me for that if it was sooner than that. But is that something that you look at? So when you're fishing for that arm, are you going, God, I really want this. I really want this. I really want to submit him?
No. No, I literally have not thought about that. It's been 7 years. I just need a slump buster. Nah. And I just do whatever's there. I just do what I do. And you know what? There's times when I take a guy down, and what feels most natural is to punch him, not even look for a submission. Mm-hmm. And he seemed like one of those guys that has a powerful, just like a burst, like a really strong bump. So being a little bit loose and trying to punch him is going to give him a stand up. So you just kind of go by the general feel.
What's the next step for you at this point? I mean, do you sit back and wait to see how that title fight plays out and then see where you fit in the picture?
I mean, what's next for me is ice bath, 2 ibuprofens, and then, you know, we'll go from there.
Then one sort of interesting one, I think going back to that last 7 years thing, 7 or so years, you've got 4 losses. They're 2 to each of the 2 champs at light heavyweight and heavyweight, and 3 of those are split decisions. That's insane, right? That's an insane thing to think about. What's more important to you at this point? Getting the title back or avenging those 2 losses? Or would it be great if you could do both at the same time?
Well, got to go up to heavyweight to fight Bader. And to tell you the truth, he looks fairly unstoppable at heavyweight. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna call a spade a spade. So if he brings his butt back down, got my chance. Yeah, you know, honestly, it's just about beating whoever's in front of me. I love fighting, I love preparing, I love training. I'm gonna beat whoever's in the cage with me.
Phil, in the pre-fight press conference, you said that you thrive in enemy territory. Yeah. But I think you had a couple friendly faces in the crowd tonight. Was that your mother and your brother?
Yeah. My mom, my mother, and my brother are here, and I also my mom's whole side of the family. She's from Chicago, so I also had some family make the trip over, and I have some other family down in Topeka, so they made the long haul up from Topeka.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I got a little bit of family everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
When was the last time you got a chance to fight in front of your mom or compete in front of her?
In front of my mother,
Yeah.
that was September 19th,
Okay.
San Jose.
Nice. Did he surprise you in any way with anything that he did?
He's oddly, I don't know how powerful he looks, and just you know, he's very mechanically powerful. A lot of guys, just to give you a polar opposite, like Yoel Romero, he winds up and he swings hard, and you see that power. But with a guy like Julius, he's very straight and direct, and he has really good, like mechanical power. So I don't know if, like, a lot of times you might even see somebody get like knocked out with a jab or something. It's by a guy like that. Yeah.
Did you surprise yourself in any way in this fight?
Every now and then, there's some takedowns that I just go for. I just wing. Let's just see what happens. A couple of those body lock positions. I just love grabbing somebody upper body and letting it rip. So that was actually a good fun for me.
All right.
Even the one that didn't work out, it was still fun to see what position we end up in.
Cool. Last question. Did you see Batman? And if so, what are your spoiler-free thoughts?
Say it one more time.
Did you go see Batman?
Man, I try to do everything and go see Batman. You know what? If we're going to do it, I'm going to blame it on Burt Watson. Okay? Burt Watson. Yeah, exactly. No, Burt said you need to be back by 7 o'clock for a weight check. And obviously I respect all of Burt's rules. He's a man. He's been running fight game for just about as long as I've been alive. So I can't go. And Batman's 3 hours long, man. I gotta go to like a 1 o'clock show just to make it back in time for my curfew. Otherwise my work dad's gonna come down on me.
All right, we'll take a couple more. Kobe.
Hey, Phil, another clinical performance. Awesome fight. And I think Bert's been doing it for longer than you've been alive, just so you know. Right? But do you feel like you're still learning or no?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's all in the subtle things now. How to how to punch and not be punched. I feel like I progressively get better at that. How to work in more strikes into my takedowns and my submissions. I'm discovering different, playing around with some like rubber guard, different things I didn't think were my game. I feel like I say that at least every month. I'm like, I didn't think I'd ever be able to do a move like this. I didn't think I'd ever be able to do a, go-go plata or whatever. So
And
constantly learning.
And your last 2 fights, you were very patient in the cage. Is that more about the opponents or about the way you've progressed?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I like to now it's about wasting less energy and being more explosive. I wish I had like one of those like super explosive bursts. I tend to be like a longer high intensity burn, but I've been working on just kind of being more steady and then condensing my motion into more powerful movements.
All right, last one here, Jay.
Thanks very much. And Phil, congrats on the win. Good to see you back. And we talked a little about that Bader heavyweight idea before the fight, and now you've mentioned it tonight. How seriously interested would you be in that opportunity?
Anything's possible. Like I said, anything's possible. If God made him, man walks on 2 feet, I'll fight him. But Mr. Bader is very he looks tremendous at heavyweight. I'm very proud of his last fight. he looked like a savage.
Do you think forgoing the weight cut would have an advantage for yourself as well, or are you better suited for 205 maybe?
I think I'm better suited for 205. I've been this size since I was 17 years old, so this is my frame. I've added a little bit more meat to my upper body, but this is pretty much my frame. But I mean, I'm down to clown. I'll dance around wherever.
All right.
You know, for the right opponent.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Congrats again.
All right. Thank you very much, Phil. Appreciate the time.